first advice that I can give to anybody in crisis is, I know it's really hard right now, but don't make rash decisions, okay? There are some resources that maybe people might or might not know. I definitely would call 988. I definitely would call 988. I've been there. I've had a crisis situation where I've made 2 nooses and I was ready, right? And I ended up not continuing on with suicide because, one, I just had this insurmountable amount of tiredness come over me. But in that moment, I called a loved one and they picked up and they didn't even know what was going on. But they just talked to me and we just had a conversation and it was normal. Maybe you're not there. Maybe that's not you. Maybe you really actually need somebody to talk you off the ledge. And that is totally fine. If you want to call a friend and that's who you feel more comfortable with, or a family member, good. But do not isolate yourself. Call someone. The new crisis mental health line is 988, and they're going to guide you through some of the same things that I'm getting ready to tell you now. I would say just close your eyes and breathe. Take a moment to breathe and be mindful. When I say be mindful, listen to your breath. You can put your hand over your heart, listen to your heartbeat. And we have not quite learned any of the cognitive behavioral techniques, the self-affirmations yet, right? But I want you to just hold on in that moment, wait for somebody on the other side of that call to pick up, and then take it from there, okay? Just stop. If you are a loved one or a family member who is dealing with somebody who has a crisis situation, I definitely personally, again, would tell them to think about it, right? Stop. Let me breathe with you. We went through some of the breathing techniques, the box breathing before, and then go into what I would call the QPR training, which is the question, persuade, and response. It's the suicide, basically CPR for suicide. And so going into questioning that person, being open and honest, and just being there to listen. You can find the root of the problem or sometimes the issues within the first 30 seconds. If the person is not opening up, just at least inquire if they feel safe. Do they have a plan? Can you tell me if you do have a plan? Can you promise me this? Even though they might not promise you, make that space open and inviting and as safe as you can. Persuade them to, hey, let's talk to somebody. I can talk to somebody with you or for you. And then go ahead and reach out to those individuals, whether it be going to the psychiatric ER, going to your primary or even your designated mental health provider, or calling 988, or in the case of Maryland, if you're a minor, 211.
This holistic hand series on crisis intervention and suicide prevention was brought to you by the Eudaimonia Project. Recipients of the Changemaker Challenge grant from the Community Foundation of Howard County, Horizon Foundation, United Way of Central Maryland, the Women's Giving Circle, and viewers like you. The Eudaimonia Project is honored to be a 2024 Changemaker Challenge winner in Howard County.
Imagine stepping into a therapy session, feeling unsure and overwhelmed. But what if you can walk in with confidence and a clear mind? At the Eudaimonia Project, we bridge the gap between uncertainty and empowerment, providing tools and guidance to help individuals make the most of their journey. Inspired by the challenges many face when seeking mental health support, we set out to create a space where preparation meets progress. We understand that the first step into therapy, it can be daunting. That's why we offer essential prep work through workshops, support groups, and educational resources. Our services are designed to empower you. From interactive workshops and support groups to comprehensive resources, we ensure that you're ready for every step of your therapeutic journey. Join us at the Eudaimonia Project. Together, we can transform uncertainty into confidence and make a lasting impact on your mental health journey. Let's bridge the gap to a brighter future.
Everybody is a little bit overwhelmed with mindfulness. Everyone says mindfulness, 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 right? And it actually can be a really, really helpful tool. It doesn't have to be anything deep. When I experience anything like negative thoughts, like, oh, I can't do this, I'm never gonna achieve this goal, or I get really, really anxious, I literally just stop. I close my eyes, I take a deep breath and I say, I am capable. And the feelings that I am feeling right now, be it anxiety or fear, is because I have been conditioned to believe that I am not capable, but I am. No matter what happens, no matter the outcome, I know that I did my best and things will work out the way that they are supposed to. It has no bearing on my worth or what I could do in the future. There we go. And so I was very frustrated with my parents because they kept flipping it as how could you do this to us? How could you do this to the people that you love? And in that state of mind where it really is survival, it really is tunnel vision, it is fight or flight. I don't want to be here. This place, this earth is not safe to me. I want to leave. There's nothing that they could have said. There's nothing that they could have done in that moment to convince me that I belonged here on this earth. And so then pivoting it to them about how much it would hurt them and talking about them and me, it just felt selfish and I felt unsupported.
It's like more pressure
Yeah.
on top of like, all right, you know what? Now fuck it, I'm really about to go.
Because the problems that I was facing does not change. Whether you love me or not, whether you want to be here for me or not, whether you're going to miss me or not, the problems that I was facing and the experiences that I went through, they cannot be erased. They do not change. And so, and also a lot of times when people are very frustrated with their loved ones going through depressive episodes or even suicidal episodes, it's a brain chemistry thing as well.